If you've watched my videos for a while, you know that one of the things that I love to talk about is how important it is for you to maximize your years as a single lady. And so I thought, why not share some of the things that I personally did with you? All right. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the things that I did in my single years, which I believe helped me maximize my years as a single lady. If this is something that you're interested in, definitely stay tuned. Alright, welcome back everyone. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Priscilla and I talk about faith, purpose, and marriage, and basically everything in between. I share content to help ambitious single ladies enjoy their single years and also prepare for marriage. So, as I said today, I'm sharing some of the things that I did when I was single that helped me maximize that season. And of course, that are helping me enjoy this season as a married woman. Yes, so what that means is if you maximize your single years, you are definitely going to reap the benefits when you get married. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to start with this one because I deem it to be the most important thing. Nurturing my relationship with God. I nurtured my relationship with God. If you read my book, Understanding God's Will for My Life, or at least if you followed my posts for a while, not just here on YouTube, but on Facebook as well, you know one of the things that I'm really particular about is a personal and intimate relationship with God. So in my single years, I really was intentional about spending time with God alone. That alone time with God was a top priority of mine. Beyond attending church service, attending corporate prayers, Bible studies, and all of that, I made sure that I personally spent time with God. I would like to encourage you to do the same. Not play with your personal relationship with God at all. Invest in that relationship because it will pay off. It will pay off when you are single. It will pay off when you get married. And definitely, beside marriage, it is definitely good for you. The other thing that I did is that I worked in my purpose. When I was single, I did a lot of discipleship. Okay, this is one of the things that I'm passionate about. So I would see young Christians and try to get close to them, disciple them, and help them to nurture a relationship with God. I also had a ladies community called Exceptional Ladies, and it's a community in which I also did a lot of discipleship. I poured so much into that community on different levels, on the spiritual level, on the personal development level, on the personal grooming level as a woman, and so on and so forth. And I'm so happy because I'm not just saying it. We had testimonials. We had people who shared their impact stories, telling us how they now began to love reading. Why they didn't like to read at all? They now began to love reading, and they also, deepened their relationship with God, got to know their purpose, and began to boldly walk in their purpose. And I would say that that community is actually a big part of my life because when I look at the impact that I have been able to make by the grace of God in that community, I am happy. Yes, apart from the community, I also organize conferences, Exceptional Ladies Conference, and I had 4. I had Standout, I had Arise, Be Phenomenal, and the Mentorship Challenge. And all these conferences were also avenues through which I made impacts by the grace of God. And of course, with the help of the speakers who came to speak at the conference and all of that. These are some of the things that I did as far as pursuing my purpose is concerned, and I am so glad that I took those steps. It's a faith walk and it really strengthened my faith in God, and I'm reaping the benefits of that journey even today. Let me just add this, that pursuing your purpose is really about helping you become the woman that God wants you to be. So that's why it's important for you to know your purpose and begin to pursue it while you are single. The next thing that I did is in no particular order really, but another thing that I did was I read a lot, and I'll probably shoot another video where I will share the books that I read with you guys. I read a lot of books on different topics: personal development, spiritual growth, of course marriage, but also, as I said, books on different topics. Let me just say that if you are single, do not just read books on love, marriage, relationships. Also read books on other topics because marriage requires you bringing in the knowledge that you learn here and there. It's not just about love Okay, if you're interested in seeing the titles of the books that I read, or at least some of them, because I'm not sure if I'm going to remember all those titles, stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't yet, so that you don't miss out on that video. Another thing that I did was I took my personal development seriously. I invested a lot in myself by attending events and by also signing up for programs that were going to help me in different areas of my life. Another thing that I did was I took a lot of pictures. Yeah, I'm sharing this on purpose. Now let me tell you why I'm sharing this. One, because taking pictures for me is fun. It was part of me really living life to the fullest. So taking pictures for me, I don't know if you should call it a hobby, maybe, but it was one of those activities that helped me to decompress. It was part of who I am. Okay, so apart from the fun part of it, pictures for me is also a way of telling stories. I like to say that pictures tell stories. So it was a way of me basically documenting my story as I went through life's journey. Okay, so when I look back at some of those pictures, I remember some of the events or some of the things that are related to the time at which I took those pictures, and I'm so grateful. So I'm not saying go and take pictures, but if this is something that you like to do as well, definitely take pictures, create memories, save those pictures so you can look back at those pictures and just be thankful to God for your journey. Another thing that I did is I wrote books. Yeah, I wrote books. I love to write, and I didn't write those books just because I love to write, because apart from those books, I wrote a lot of post articles on social media, on Facebook, that were edifying and that were a blessing to many people across the globe. But then I was led to write books as well. So I have 2 published books, one career guidance book. We have another book which is a bestseller, Understanding God's Will for My Life. If you haven't read it yet, you definitely should check the description box to get your copy. It's a book that helps you to understand what God's will means, and it also helps you to understand how you can know the will of God for your life. Career-wise, I would say I also invested a lot in my career development. I acquired skills that are still being relevant today. So I would say that don't just be one-sided. Also look at the different areas of your life. Look at your career development and other areas of your life. So guys, I hope that you have learned something. I am not doing this really to ask you to go and replicate and do the same things that I did, but it is to inspire you, because I felt like since I have mentioned it a couple of times that it's important for you to maximize your single season, I felt it would be nice for me to mention some of the things that I did, just to show you that I'm not asking you to go and maximize the season because I just want to say it, or because it's cliche. It's something that I did, and I am telling you that it made me enjoy my single season, and it shaped me. It shaped me and contributed to making me who I am today. So enjoying your single season is not something we say to say just do it so that you take your mind off marriage. No, you don't do it because you want to take your mind off marriage. You do it because you've been put on earth to do something, to live, to enjoy your life. You don't wait until you get married before you enjoy your life. All these things that I did, it was me enjoying my life and really being who God wanted me to be and doing the things that He wanted me to do. The things that I did shaped me and made me who I am today, and I'm also still reaping the benefits from whatever it is that I did, the knowledge that I acquired, and all those things. So I encourage you to enjoy your single years. Have fun, learn as much as you can, and you can just get inspired by what I've shared. You can pick 1 or 2 things, but do not forget to be you. Because the way that I enjoyed my single years, the things that I did, you don't necessarily have to go and write a book if that's not what you've been called to do. Okay, so one of the key things that is important for you to take away from this video is that it's important to know yourself and do the things that align with who you are and who God has called you to be. I hope that this video has inspired you and that you've learned something. Please, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you do that before you go, and also click on that notification bell so you get to know when I post new videos. As I always say, don't forget to share this video with someone, because you never know who needs this. So that will be all for today. I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.